It's the radio guy, Mike Prince. Welcome to another episode of the Mike Prince Show. Of course, our mission is to come to you each and every day right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Our website is obnradio.com. Our social media handles for Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter are all at the Mike Prince Show. YouTube channel is Open Mic Broadcast Network. And we have two phone numbers that you need to lock in that you can keep up with all the latest and the greatest that's going on. That's our on-demand message center. That's 720-721-1558. And our 24-hour message line, 713-570-6736. And without any further delay, we're going to jump right into today's episode. Late yesterday evening, we let out a tweet in regards of the athletic director search for Prairie View A&M University. And there has been enough evidence to point one in the direction that the next athletic director to be announced for Prairie View A&M University will be Dr. Donald Reed. Dr. Donald Reed will be coming from University of Buffalo. However, there are some Texas ties. Dr. Reed is a graduate of Jefferson High School from Port Arthur, Texas. So it's not necessarily an outsider, but depend on if you believe the sources and the information that is leading to this report. And of course, we reached out to some Prairie View officials, and they could neither confirm nor deny the request. So you summarize from there. But nonetheless, there's work to be done. And by the way, since we're talking about athletic director search, congratulations to Martin Jarman, the first African American to be named athletic director at UCLA. In just a simple comparison of notes, they were pretty open about the process, keeping people informed with the candidates as it dwindled down. Just a little side note.
And when our alumni feel like we're not progressing, our alumni tend to give less. When our alumni feel like they're not being reached out to, they tend to give less. When alumni feel like they're not being brought into the fold again, we alumni tend to give less. We have to be very clear about our value proposition, both to our alumni, not simply because they are a core constituent to a fundraising effort, but because they are ongoing, lifelong stakeholders to our university.
Sometime throughout the day, the official APR rankings will be coming out, and it will bring to light what has already been buzzing throughout the world of the internet about the predicament that Prairie View Athletics would be in particular that of football, men and women's basketball. Reports are also indicating that women's golf will have some work to do in regards of the APR ranking, which would furthermore indicate the reasoning by Dr. Donald Reed becoming the next athletic director at Prairie View A&M University. But meanwhile, there was a letter that was released to the media in regards of an APR recovery plan for Prairie View A&M University. And I stress to the fact that it was a letter released to the media. However, I was not privileged to that letter. For whatever the reason was, it's no use of crying over spilled milk, correct? But the letter indicated some outlines of things that will be done to help get the APR situation under grips. Now, as we explained on yesterday's show, APR is a strange piece to try and understand. So, as I'll reemphasize in a Cliff Note version of how it actually works, just think of everything as a year behind. So, in regards, the work for this past season, which was the 1920 season, will be measured by the 1819 grading curve, if that makes any sense. And if you're not careful, you'll get confused rather easily. Even the experts who deal with APR will be confused. We're still sifting through all the logistics from prior years. And once we get the official numbers for this year's APR, we'll be able to give you a more comprehensive show to kind of break that down. So it is what it is. And it's going to have to be what it's going to have to be until we work our way out of this situation. Once again, everyone has a little something to do with this. As we mentioned, it takes a village to raise a child. And just like we say hip hip hooray when it all goes good, we got to say it's me. I will accept my part in this whole scenario. And we will work through it together just like we got here together. And that's from top to bottom. So hopefully the plans that have been formulated will be executed to perfection. And we will get out of this. And to be quite honest with you, it's not going to happen overnight. It is going to take a little time. You're looking at a minimum of 2 years to recover from some of the circumstances that are forthcoming. It's just the nature of the beast. For those who are unaware, there are 3 levels of APR. There's level 1, 2, and 3, 3 being the most severe case. Now, that is where football will be on level 3. Men and women's basketball will be levels 1 and 2. There are work plans, contingency plans to get out of that, as we just mentioned, that are being implemented as we speak to right the wrong. We are most definitely going to have to break this down a little bit more. We've been reaching out to compliance officers throughout the country, as well as strategists to help further break down and understand the type of plans that it takes for institutions to recover. Meanwhile, how we got here, it's easy to try and point to one particular individual or one particular department. But if we must point at an area, it has to be the area of leadership. Leadership is so essential on all levels. And this is definitely not an exception to the rule. Maya Angelou summarized it best. When a person shows you who they are, believe them.
And when our alumni feel like we're not progressing, our alumni tend to give less. When our alumni feel like they're not being reached out to, they tend to give less. When alumni feel like they're not being brought into the fold again, we alumni tend to give less. We have to be very clear about our value proposition, both to our alumni, not simply because they are a core constituent to a fundraising effort, but because they are ongoing, lifelong stakeholders to our university.
It is a very complicated and complex situation where we are with our athletic department state of being. And it is definitely a work in progress. And what better time than now than to address it, deal with it, head up, and work our way through it. Unfortunately, when it comes time to right the ship, there are things that need to be changed, that must be changed, and more than likely that will be changed. And people have a struggle with adjustments, especially when it hits us directly. However, it's part of life cycle. Nothing was meant to last forever, and all good things must come to an end. And in that very same breath, it is always exciting for new beginnings. Prairie View A&M University is still producing productive people, have been since 1876, and will continue to carry out that very mission. How soon will we get there? That is the big question.
And when our alumni feel like we're not progressing, our alumni tend to give less. When our alumni feel like they're not being reached out to, they tend to give less. When alumni feel like they're not being brought into the fold again, alumni tend to give less. We have to be very clear about our value proposition to our alumni because they are ongoing, lifelong stakeholders to our university.
My time is far spent and I must exit stage left. I am the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince. As always, we thank you guys for joining in with us. And until the next time, you guys be blessed. We'll see you on the other side.